This fall, one man will no longer be doing one video a week. No, he will be doing 2. Starting Monday 1st of November, DazzReviews goes to 2 uploads a week, Mondays and Fridays. And if that's not enough, there will be more uploads on DazzReviews 2, the sequel with less subscribers. So prepare your butts as one man and his pair of glasses takes you through the movie sphere.
Ironically, we're not doing the movie sphere today, so we'll see how this goes. I went to London Comic-Con 2021. It's something I've always wanted to do, but in the past, I've lived far too far away from the venue to do something like this. Furthermore, my channel truly kicked off with movie content back in September 2019. And though it's been a pretty swift rise through the ranks, I don't know if it's all that obvious, but I'm not much of an extrovert. I haven't really had a proper chance to socialize outside my home anyway since getting popular. Until last week. I could only show for Saturday and Sunday, but even still, here we are, equipped with an entire DSLR and tripod. Yes, we will be lugging this entire thing around the whole time. And as a final thing before we get into it, instead of displaying both days in chronological order, we're gonna do some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff and crossover timelines. Day 1 will be represented with this, and day 2 goes like this. All good? Let's get into a YouTuber's time at London Comic-Con 2021. Wait, this isn't my house. Oh, have I seriously grown a massive spot on my nose? Now? Ah, now this is my house. That red spot really isn't going away, is it? And we're here! And we're here! First things first, with all these options to go for, I want a drink. So I've never actually gone to a panel before, so let's head over to the creator stage. Jesus, can you tell I was nervous lugging this camera around at first? Ah, that's a much better take, me. They've not started yet. I'm too eager. I guess we'd better explore around for a bit. Go on a wander. Oh, there's Scooby-Doo. Well, since we're in this region here, let's check out the Artist's Alley. I wonder what I'll get up to tomorrow. This time, I think maybe we should go for more of the exterior experience. In fact, you know where I haven't gone yet here at XL London? The East Entrance. Let's go. And it's a lovely day out here. Kind of rare for the UK, especially London, at least in my experience. You know, it sure feels like a longer walk on the outside. Okay, we made it. East Entrance. They wouldn't let me back in, so we're gonna go all the way around again. Ooh, cheeky selfie. Right, that's enough of that. People are watching me. First by coming to this place for a portrait. They draw me? Hell yeah. We'll see the results of that later on. Psych, we're getting it now. The power of 2 timelines. It came out pretty naff, actually. Considering I was posing more like this with a big teethly smile slapped on my face, I was hoping for a hint more for my £15, but oh well. There's clearly a formula to these kind of things. I gotta say, it is enjoyable seeing more and more cosplay pop up as you get closer to the center, and now it's just a cacophony. And look at all this art. Ooh, I like that one. Very minimal. Ah, that's a classic. It's the My Hero Academia cosplay meetup outside. Very nice, very cool. This is a wee positive channel. Eventually stumbling to the cosplay section, I don't have friends with me to take pictures, so I'll live vicariously through these guys. Also, my goodness, I'm just coming to the realization that it totally was worth lugging a DSLR around attached to a full tripod. I've got access to heights I can only dream of with this. If only I was a better operator. I mean, what is this, an earthquake? Oh, she's posing. We'll cut the rest out. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this tripod thing. No, don't look at that. Hold on, is that Doc Ock over there? Stealing the entire show, he is. Still, I haven't at this point actually gone to that first panel yet. I need to start heading over it. Is that Ellie from The Last of Us? Oh, no, but not far off. Wow. I would have stayed for longer, but I've got somewhere to be, and they were having technical difficulties, so there's not really much more to show here either. Ah, and there's just one area after all that. Here's a duck en route to the panel. Okay, so it turns out I had more time than I thought. I'm really eager, apparently. So here's a brief time-lapse of some of the many characters you could spot on a random junction on the floor. Oh, the bird boys are looking great. That one too. Whoa. I don't think I have the money to pay for any of this. Furries in Group G? I've never heard of Gurries before. I hope you're enjoying your subscription to my internal monologue. Oh yeah, the panel! This timeline sure is stretched, isn't it? We need to get way over there now. And we're in, officially this time. I figured maybe this time actually getting into a major panel like the center stage or something, but nah. Nah, that really ain't happening anytime soon. The queue was just astronomically long. I mean, look at this. I'm making a real mean time-lapse out of this. I should try showing up earlier to these things. Maybe training in each day isn't my best technique, but it was cheaper for me. Oh, I tell you what, being able to masquerade as the press with this setup does wonders for my socially awkward, introverted self. I'm essentially invisible in my little corner. It's great. It's at this point I decided to start going on a bit of a wander. Oh, Scooby-Doo found a sword and shield. And then I came back to that Dean Dobbs booth. Didn't know that was a thing. I'm sure all sorts of people came to Comic-Con for the likes of Tom Hiddleston or David Hayter. Can't hear anything. But I'm much more of a YouTube-centric guy myself. Been watching this kind of stuff for over a decade now. So this is where my starstruckisms come from. Plus, the dude was a really chill and nice guy. So of course I bought some merch in support. I also forgot to stop recording when I spotted him, so sorry Dean, I accidentally shot you in secret. I need another drink. I swear I don't have a problem, but lugging this thing is a workout. By the way, you should subscribe. Hit the bell. I can tell. Here's our other links. Magikarp in their natural habitat. Land. Middle hallway. So many cosplays in the middle hallway. Oh, excuse me. Totally thought that guy was looking at me. Squid Game and Star Wars? Certainly not the crossover I would have imagined. Okay, so I've done a bit of wandering, but I've been to XL before. Let me take you through this liminal space up the stairs. Technically breaking the rules here, but if there's anything you can gather from my personality, I'm clearly a rule breaker. I mean, at this point, I'm just hunting for food for lunch with a small queue to it, but this shot looks pretty nice. Where am I going? Here we are. It was a toss-up between Fundy Pizza, Viva Burrito, but we decided on the Bagel Factory. Yum. Not Spawn. Here it is, the ultimate wide angle, a view of everything at once. Perfect for stalking if you've got eyes like a hawk. Why did my mind go there? If you go to one of these massive convention places, I absolutely recommend doing something like this. It really helps put everything into perspective. Okay, a staff member is coming up, so I'd better move. Rule breaking has its limits. Did you know Bagel Factory's classic bagel has salmon in it? That's an odd choice. Oh wait, did I just nab someone else's bagel? Is that Pikmin merch? I will buy absolutely everything Pikmin. It's so rare. Can I get one of each Pikmin? That's alright.
Indeed, they're £15 each.
That's alright, that's fine by me. They wouldn't accept card payments. It's a sad day. So damn it, of course I got all that out in cash. I founded my channel on Pikmin content, for goodness sake. By the way, happy 20th anniversary to my fellow Pikmin fans. Yes, I'm getting Pikmin Bloom and Pikmin 2 marathon stream coming soon for you lingering Pikmin fans watching my stuff. Look forward to it. Oh, I got a notification. The big Cosplay Showcase is now. Let's, Where's the door? There's so many people here, Jesus! For a split second, I thought that was a real ragdolling Babel. Babel? Yeah, so I'll take this as a lesson learned for next time. Tomorrow I'll be more on the ball. Man, the Pokemon trainer sure got some interesting new Pokemon. I can never keep up with the new generations. Whoa, I love practically every piece of art on show here. Wait, is that me? Yeah, I'll spend the non-cosplay time actually buying something else. A nice yellowy gift for the girlfriend to fit along with her color palette. Sweet. Scooby-Doo got some friends. A real ragtag group, it seems. Also again, over at the live stage was an indie filmmaker panel. Still couldn't hear anything, and I'm too socially awkward to sit near the front with a whole ass tripod. But I'm watching in spirit, I guess. That kid's got a gun. Anyway, I feel like I've been on this bagel lunch break for ages now. Let's get up. This could have been a nice shot, if only I didn't hold this thing like a goddamn Tuscan Raider. Godzilla, anyone? Is that a chicken with a gun? That's way too violent for me. What? And then, at least on day one, Comic-Con started slowly coming to a close, thinning out more and more. It's at this point you may have noticed a couple things about our experience here. I'm a YouTuber and I came here alone. This is mostly because my girlfriend wasn't actually available over this weekend and all my other friends were too far away to join, but have you ever noticed that I don't collab with other YouTubers? I'm not sitting on a treasure trove of drama or anything. I just find making new friends to be really, really hard. Strangers terrify me. I can be the most confident person explaining my opinions in my room, but the moment I'm out in public, my natural confidence is just shattered. I'm terrible at networking. But today, I decided to step out of my comfort zone. With Comic-Con slowing down, I decided to actually approach a fellow YouTuber I saw on site. But rather than coming for their merch this time, I wanted some advice from a YouTube veteran. So I came back to Dean Dobbs, hands shaking, knees weak, all that jazz, and I just simply started by explaining who I was and asking how to correctly network with people in my field. What I got in response is probably something that'll stick with me for a long time. I overthink a lot of things socially. I cannot bear the idea of pestering someone when trying to outreach to them, and I was worried approaching Dean Dobbs 3 times would alone be too obsessive. But in reality, he calmed a lot of my insecurities, saying he doesn't see it as invasive at all in this context. And in fact, he even thought he recognized my voice and knew some of my videos when he researched them. That's mind-blowing to me. He said all sorts of congratulations and really put my mind at ease on how to maybe broaden my horizons as a creator. Having just moved to a new city, I'd of course love to grow new social circles, YouTube or not, and even further off, I'd love to be one of those creators hosting charity events, actually doing something good with my platform. For now, they're all pipe dreams, but one day, I'll make that a thing. Even still, this weekend here really helped open my eyes to how lonely this career path of mine isn't, or it doesn't have to be. I mean, beyond Dean here, there were all sorts of you guys that I bumped into throughout my days here. Some didn't want to be shown on camera, which is fine by me, but even still, hearing some of the kind words you all said really helped me, more than I think any of you can realize. Imposter syndrome be gone, and it's something I'll definitely be taking with me for a long time. Still, our Dean Dobbs conversation came to a close with one final suggestion: Social in the City. I didn't even realize it had a name change, and it's in just a month? Well, maybe it's another vlog for a future video. Well, we'll see how well this one does first. Still, having that talk and having you guys up here means so much to me, more than I think you can ever know. I may be awfully late to coming to these kind of events, but I'm glad I appeared this weekend. I really am. So anyway, I got myself some mac and cheese. That's quality footage right there of mac and cheese. And so, with one final sweep, we could see the last moments of Comic-Con 2021. Wait, there's a Dean Dobbs booth? Ooh, don't mess with him. And we too eventually started heading out. Doc Ock is staying though, apparently. The sky had gotten dark, Falcon was there, and on day 2, the ending was a little sooner. Perfect for one final sunsetty time-lapse. At the end of the days, I came back with a nice haul of stuff and a beaming smile on my face. We got that plush collection of each Pikmin type, framed artwork of Kiki's delivery service for Kezuchi, a 3D wood piece of Among Us, cause of course we did, and technically it's inaccurate too. Then from day 2, there was the manga-style portrait of myself, Dean's Eat People shirt, and one last artwork of Spamton and stickers from Deltarune. Did I spend too much money? Yeah, maybe. But that red spot has finally disappeared. I know how to network at least a little bit more, and hey, I guess I've already got a foot in the door there. And I have a new upcoming convention to look forward to. Overall, though, some people found this event to be diluted down from previous years, for me personally, this was one of the best. Perhaps next time I'll get an actual hotel set up and bring a whole crowd of new friends along with me too. I guess we'll see where we are by then. Also, I didn't get ill, so that's a real success. For now, hope you enjoyed this much more personal, IRL-y type video. I'm curious to see how it does with it being so different, yet backed up by 4 real banger videos to boost it up in the algorithm. Don't worry, your usual movie content will now resume in 4 days, twice per week. Or if you do want IRL stuff, check out DazzReviews too. For now, my name's been Dazz, or I guess Daryl here. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit.